Hello, my name is John Lehman, and I'm one of Unidata's software engineers, as well as one of the instructors for Unidata's Python training workshops. I want to show you how to go ahead and get Conda installed and the environment that we'll be using for the workshop. Especially when we're somewhere where guest Wi-Fi might be slow, it's really important that this step happens before the workshop. Otherwise, it could take hours to go ahead and get everything downloaded, and we would be delayed in getting going. You can find a text version of the materials I'll be going over on the workshop website, which will be linked in the video description. There will be two separate videos, one for Mac and Linux machines, and one for Windows machines. In this video, we'll be covering how to set up Conda on your Mac or Linux system. So the first thing we need to do is go download the installer for Miniconda, and we'll talk more about Conda and what all of this means during the workshop. To do that, we're going to go to conda.io/miniconda.html. When you get there, you'll see this page. We want to make sure that we're installing the Python 3.7 version. Python 2 is being end-of-lifed, so we're going to be working in Python 3. And Mac, 64-bit bash installer is the one we want. So go ahead and click that link and let it download. Once that file is downloaded, by default, it's going to download into your user/downloads directory. Go ahead and open up a terminal. It's in the utilities folder of applications on your Mac, but you can just search terminal in Spotlight or in your Linux search utility if you've never opened it up before. Once your terminal is open, you should see a command prompt like this. And we want to go to our downloads directory or wherever you put the file. So for me, that's going to be cd and then tilde for my home directory /downloads. You can go ahead and run the command pwd for print working directory to verify that we're there. And I'm going to run ls to see that, yes, this is the file that I downloaded, this Miniconda 3 latest Mac OS X x86-64.sh. So what we need to do is run that file. To do so, we type bash and then the name of the file. You can save yourself a few keystrokes by starting to type Miniconda and then press tab. And since that's the only file with those beginning letters in that directory, it'll just tab complete it for you. Now go ahead and press return. The Miniconda installer will begin and it asks you to review the license agreement. So I'm going to press enter. You can scroll through the license agreement and read it. Then when you're done, press Q to quit. And it asks if we accept the terms. So you have to type yes. Next, it's going to ask if we want to install it to the default location. By default, it's going to be users, your username, so your home directory, and then Miniconda 3. That is fine, so we can just press return to accept the default. Now the installation begins. The next question asks if you want the installer to prepend the install location to your path variable in your bash profile. This might look slightly different wording or pathwise if you're on a Linux system, but again, we can just accept the default yes and press return. Now, the installation is complete. You see we're back at a command prompt. You can verify that the installation has completed by first restarting your terminal, and then we'll check to see what the Conda version is. So go ahead and completely quit your terminal. Close it out or Command Q on Mac to completely close it and restart. Once your terminal has restarted, we're going to verify our installation of Conda by typing conda -- version. And you should see a response that as long as it has a version, it may not be the exact same as mine, as long as it says something like Conda and then a number, not Conda command not found. The next step is going to be to download the environment file for the workshop and go ahead and set up our Python environment. For For that, go back to your web browser and head over to the workshop page. Once you're at the workshop page, go ahead and scroll down to the Setting Up the Environment section. And we're going to right-click on this link right here where it says right-click and save this link. Right-click, Save As. Environment.yml is the name we want. You can save it anywhere you like. For convenience, I'm going to save it in my Downloads folder since I'm already there in my terminal. So save. Once that's completed, go back to your terminal. In the terminal, I'm going to use pwd to verify that I am indeed wherever I saved it. If not, you might need to change directories. And an ls to verify that yes, it is there. Now run the command conda env for environment, create. This is going to look at that environment.yml file and go ahead and automatically set up the Python environment that we'll be using for the class. This step may take a few minutes on your system. Okay, so after a few minutes, when your setup is complete, we're returned to the shell, and you can see that it gives us instructions for what to do. Conda activate Unidata will activate the environment for use, and Conda deactivate will turn it off. I recommend go ahead and running the Conda activate command just to make sure everything's going to work, and as long as this works, you're all set for the workshop. So to do this, we're just going to type the command exactly as it appears. Conda activate Unidata, and press return. That worked, and you're all set. We'll see you at the workshop.